Hello, everybody. Welcome to DraftKings. That's right. My name is Taran Atkins, and as ever, we are looking at the Premier League. It is week 5 of the English Premier League, and joining me today, as ever, is to my left, Jamie Hinks, and over to my right is Edo Del Monte. That's right, just the three of us this week. Mr. Andy Davis has taken a well-earned vacation from whatever it is he does. So, gentlemen, we're going to look at some matches.
After last night.
Oh, well, absolutely. Lee said about what Spurs did in the Champions League, the better, I'd say. But let's move on to the Premier League, everybody. Let's look at certain games. Let's look at the big one, the major game. And it's on a Friday. That's right. It's my guys, Chelsea FC versus Liverpool. Edo, you're a Chelsea man just like me. How do you see this game going?
I'm a very concerned Chelsea man, just like you, I imagine, because Liverpool really, they're top in the Premier League in key passes. So basically, it's an opposite for passes in the final third. And considering how Chelsea's defence looked in the game against Swansea, which Chelsea should have had dead and buried after 60 minutes, and instead on 59, that thing happened. And then Gylfi Sigurdsson got a penalty. And it's kind of what we were talking about at the start of the season, really. That's why maybe not a lot of us thought that Chelsea were that credible title contenders, because of their defence. And the fact that out of all the defenders you had to go and chase, you eventually got David Luiz, the guy who isn't even like PSG's third best defender. Presnel Kimpembe is more popular in Paris right now. So I'm really worried about Chelsea's defence. Liverpool's, however, even though Lucas won't be playing centre-back, it's likely that Dejan Lovren will. I do see 4 goals in this game. A nice 2-2 draw. It's going to be exciting. Both attacks will be feasting on the defences. Diego Costa has looked incredible. So, Jamie, you were very prescient when you picked him when all of us thought he was a thug. Well, he is a thug, but none of us believed in him.
He's a lovable thug.
He's a lovable thug, yeah. Heart of gold. I'd say 2-2.
You see it as 2-2. One of the things I would say about this match, this is Conte's first test, I would say, isn't it? Out of the first 4 games, there were beatable opponents. Chelsea won 3, drew 1, where I think it should have been a victory against Swansea, and it was just like you said, it was defensive malaise that cost Chelsea. Jamie, how do you see this for Conte, for Klopp, the match itself?
I mean, I think it was nice of Sky to put this midweek so that Chelsea and Liverpool fans feel like they're still in Europe. Otherwise, I think there'd be some very unhappy faces in London and Merseyside. But yeah, Chelsea haven't won this game in 2 seasons now, and it was obviously last year, that was one of the big ones where you were like, oh, Jose might go now, like losing 3-1 at home to Liverpool. You don't do that if you're the Jose Mourinho that's at Chelsea. You do if you were the one from last season, but in the past you wouldn't have done that. I think Diego Costa and Eden Hazard are going to have a good time here just because they're so good. Like, the reason Chelsea didn't win last weekend, it was nothing to do with the defending, it was the referee. And I think the refs, they had a bad weekend last weekend in general, the refs. I watched Palace play, and the ref in that game missed a couple of stonewall penalties. How he didn't see the foul on Gary Cahill, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, it was so blatant. It was unbelievable. He said you could see it from the moon, and I think you probably could. It was that blatant. But I think it'll be a good game. Like, you'll get a lot of DraftKings points in this game because these teams love to shoot. They Liverpool players especially, I think they're almost top in shots. They're around the top anyway. But yeah, I think Chelsea will win it. I just don't trust Liverpool at the back. I think Luiz will be just about okay. I think he'll be all right with Conte. And I see Chelsea edging this 2-1. I just don't think Liverpool have got enough. I think people are hyping them up a bit too much too soon.
But take into account the match against Leicester last week. Now, I personally missed that game. Was that an anomaly, or was that a team on the ascension?
I think the thing with Leicester is I think they've lost Kante and they haven't replaced him.
Yeah.
And he was such a big player for them last season that it's not going to work just playing 2 in the middle and one of them not being Kante. And they're going to struggle against teams that are quick and that are very good in attacking midfield. They're going to do well against teams that are 10th in the Belgian league, which we saw last night. So.
Okay, so, well, I kind of agree. I'm with you, Edo. I think it's going to be 2-2. I think both defences are quite vulnerable. We've got David Luiz making his debut, or his second debut, I should say.
Yeah.
Are any of you guys going to pick David Luiz? Are any of you guys going to pick anyone from this match?
A goal. I think he might score.
Like, David Luiz is always good for a goal here and there. This is a fact. He's a big game player as well, as he's proved over the years, certainly with Chelsea, certainly with PSG. But what do you guys think? It's up to you. Watch the game, don't watch the game, but do download the DraftKings app. Get it on your phone, your tablet, your home computer. Get involved, play the game. You can win big, and welcome to the big time.